Dear Damon,
thank you for the support. I look forward to your version, Dave's version, of the SLS GT3. This is product number 1 that has not been tested. Love, Angie. DTM Fam, Philippines.
That's sick. Thank you, Angie. Really appreciate you. Thank you for putting in all this work and attention to detail so that we could have it here in North America and have the very first street-going SLS GT3 car. I'm so stoked.
I can't wait to see you guys build it together. We are going to be taking a ride in the SLS and we're going to be visiting another SLS. Let's go. Thank you. Check out the beautiful showroom. Brought the 3D scanner. At least it's not so bright now. We have time because the sunlight is over there, which means we're not gonna have too much reflective surfaces. I wonder if this is supposed to have vents. Beautiful. That is plastic. I didn't know that. Okay, this is the problem, the GT wing basically, but we can remove it. Hood comes open. Okay, looks relatively easy. Side mirrors are the same, except without the marker. This is a carbon door. What do you guys think? Yay? Yes. Or nay?
Yay, yeah. That's so wide.
One of 80 in the world.
Way wider than the Black Series.
That's why I'm wearing my bento cap.
Oh, okay. Kaya pala.
Barely fits the tow truck. It's like Wolf of Wall Street. Updates on the SLS GT3. Norman has finished putting the front end. Darwin Pro hood is on. We're having issues with the fender. And this is missing, so we're gonna have to 3D print that. I think we can basically cut it up already on file and have maybe a section here that we can join ourselves. But this one, we have to trim this whole area here because that's not going to sit to the rubber of the car. We went upstairs and we found the front diffuser. Look at this bad boy. It is so thick. It's actually very heavy. Also, there's a wood section right here. There's a crack in this diffuser and looks like it's been cracked there also, which means we're going to be able to play with it and mold it. But pretty much it's a solid system. As you can see, these are aluminum spacers that bolt onto the subframe so that we can be able to step on this. Technically, this should handle about 400 pounds if I'm not mistaken of downforce, so that's gonna be okay. So the only things I need to complete is the front canards, the rear right fender, and then the left side skirt. Today's a super busy day. We are gonna go first to our little shop and look at the SLS GT3. Honestly, really excited to see this fender printout because what happened was a reverse engineering at its finest, basically giving a working fender, 3D scanning it using their scanner, and then reverse printing it. So this is new grounds for me. I haven't seen this done before, and I'm hoping the accuracy is there. But in any case, it gives us a rough shape so that Kevin can continue working on the SLS GT3 project. The car has been on hold because of this missing panels, and They only printed one panel, and I know they have to print a second panel later on. So Kevin needs to figure out that, but we need the missing side skirt, which Jello's still going to make. But Kevin has finished aligning the front end and looks so good. The diffuser in front isn't aiming the right way, so we gotta cut and paste everything so that we can get it sorted out. I'm gonna send him a photo of the double canards that we need. Darwin Pro hood looks good, but this is the piece that we scanned, and then that was the 3D printed piece that we made. Pretty cool. So they've actually found some fender vents, and we didn't need to make the fender vents, so we found this in the packages and it looks so good. I don't know why they didn't install it on the real car. So update, Icon Graphics has printed the side skirt. We just haven't installed it. My guy Kevin just went home to the province, but the right side is done. Here on the right side, as you can see, we have a complete profile already. We have the front fender, the front bumper, the side skirt. We're going to cover this whole, make our own vents here on the vent area, because in the GT3 car this goes all the way in. And because we have this, which is I think the washer bottle, we can't do anything, so we're gonna make some slatted vents there, and then we're gonna cover that hole. We're gonna put a flat lip diffuser on the side, and then we 3D printed this panel here. I think that line is so high. We gotta fix this arch real quick and then cut the main fender, but they were able to fix the 3D panel. I don't like how this is sticking out above the door, so we're gonna have to figure that out. There's no way to blend it nicely to the fender because there's no cut line on top of this fender, so we're really just gonna have to smoothen this out here and then just seal it with Sikaflex. Even there, so the fitment here needs to be fixed, and we still don't have the rear diffuser. We still gotta design the rear diffuser for the street car, because obviously our exhaust comes out in the rear, unlike the race car where the exhaust comes out on the side fenders. But it's taking shape, and Alex from Gintani said he's always wanted to build this car. I'm super excited to get this car going. First order of business is to pick up the SLS GT3. I am so stoked to bring this car out on track, although I think the clutch is sliding. When we were moving it around in the show, it wasn't really engaging that well. Look at this beast. It's going to be our first time to actually campaign it on the racetrack. Brought some spare parts, brakes, wheel lock. Anyway, clutch on, power on, reverse off, and start procedure. There we have it. Thank you to Camel Toe. Let's see this car on the racetrack. We gotta go drop by classic speed. Just got here to Clark, parking the 458 GT3. Hello, SLS GT3. Echen's here reviewing the car. This is our first time to bring the car out. I'm so excited for this car. Absolute highlight for this weekend. We are trying to figure things out. It's a very short steering rack. It's moving. On rain tires, it's cornering hard. I'm so impressed. I'm like, this is rain tires. I can't imagine what slick speed like. The clutch is still sliding, although we're getting more power to the ground already. To test fit these. This is for the SLS that we're working on. I hate these double boxes. They're good to protect the wheels, but hard to open. Damn, not much lip, so this should be the front. Do we have any specs on the box? 20 by 10, yes, this is the front. Specs we ended up going with is like the SLS AMG Black Series. Oh yeah, there you go. So we still have carbon brakes coming, but for now, just fit. These are tire valve and center cap. Putting on our rear mag also. Now we can get back to work on this car. Now that we have some proper wheels. Hanap ako ng tires. I'm so happy. This looks so good. I can't wait to finish this car. In the meantime, Kev has set down the SLS already, and we have 3D printed many things. So he's working on the side blade. Wow, Kev, this looks so good. Oh, our rear wing is on. So this was a 3D printed rear wing. You can see it's very modular and needs to be done. The angle is wrong. I think the angle needs to be tilted up a little. We need to make the tabs for this so that we can tilt it up. But this car was actually our first 3D print experiment. This is 3D printed. The base here is also 3D printed. One of the fenders were 3D printed by another car shop. And this is the next step for the carbon process. We're gonna end up doing as many carbon fiber parts as possible. And Kev is just cleaning everything out. Wow, these fends look so good. Kevin and I are discussing the rear wing for the SLS, and I think I need to ask Patrick to print a bigger blade. Not quite happy. Also, the side profile of the side skirt, something needs to be done to the side lip just so that we can even out how it's shaped. Day 2. Okay, we're starting the car. This is cold start, 550, new exhaust alarm. Temperature is still cold. We're just warming up the oil also. So this is the SLS AMG road car, which we're converting to a GT3 conversion. And this carbon fiber that you see right here has been produced in-house, except for the hood. The hood is from Darwin Pro Aero. And we've made the front bumper, the front diffuser, the front splitter, front fenders, the front fender vents, the front side vents, the side skirts, all the way till the rear fender flare, the rear bumper. Right now the team is just finishing the rear diffuser and the rear wing, but everything is made in-house now, and I'm so happy. I'm so excited to get this project finished. Let's go to the back and show you guys what's happening. So off the bat, this is unfinished carbon fiber, and I really think I'm going to be able to just paint the car. I don't know what color yet we want to get, but I think the gray is a little too timid and dark for this car, especially with the gold wheels. So we might go with some outrageous color or just the basic color like white, but we will be painting over the carbon fiber. We just used the carbon fiber material just for some lightweight, but it's very rigid, so it hasn't been bolted down completely, but it's lightweight. Norma is actually finishing bolting everything down. I don't want to keep shaking it, but we still have to fix some of the gapping. It's not perfect, but it is great for the first fit. Problem with working with carbon is you do have some tension, and that's why that's heavily taped down. But that's the reason some people like Nakai use fiberglass, because this one we have to shave. Fiberglass has a lot of give and carbon has zero tolerance, so stuff like that has to have some finessing to it. It's not a perfect kit out of the bat, but we will try to make the most of it. So it looks like we're not going to see this on the ground anytime soon. Hopefully in the next week or 2 weeks we can see this finally on the ground, so I can send it in to get the big brake upgrade and then the supercharger. All right. Alright, good morning everyone. We're back in the car and we are here in Angeles City so that we can go to Classic Speed and continue to build the SLS GT3, and this will be the install of the Wistek Supercharger. I've had the Supercharger for 2 years already. It's just that we haven't had the time to put it on because we were working on the crazy SLS GT3 body kit. Parts are behind me. This is the Wistek Supercharger for the M156 if I'm not mistaken. Again, it's been with the shop for such a long time. It's just that in the previous facility where we built the kit, we didn't have the right tools and equipment to install this kit. So here at Classic Speed today, car's on the lifter already. This is how the car looks so far. Ooh, wow, that's bad. It's so oily. Okay, look at that. We have oil sitting full on. Oh wow, that is wet. That's not a good sign. Either we're over oiled or the oil air separator is not working. Okay, something to take note of, but we're gonna proceed to remove the blue bolts here so that we can get the head off. We're gonna remove the sockets on the side of the head also, so we can remove the whole intake off, and then all the hoses that attach to the back and the forth of the head all need to come off. But that's how it looks so far. Front intake hose is gone, fuel rail, sockets out, spilling fuel. Okay, up, kuha. Thank you. Alright, the staff scared me saying we were missing pulleys, but we found another bag which is all the hoses, and then we have the front mount intercooler and then all the barb fittings. So we're still complete as of today and we're gonna continue to push through. They had to drain the oil and then bring down the alternator because they said that requires a special key to remove the pulley. So that's gonna go off and sent to another shop. Morning update. Just had some guests and that was a pain to take out. The headers needed to tilt the motor to get everything in and out, and I have too many people working on this car now. But we are installing everything. All the pulleys have almost been put on, and look at this. The alternator had to be sent out, but that is the 8 rib. One of the biggest issues when you're running a supercharger is that torque multiplies now on the motor, which means the belt might slip, which is why the serpentine belt or the 8 rib belt system has to go on, and even down to drilling a pilot hole to lock the main crank. I see the main crank has been put on, and we have a emergency oil delivery. Jules is coming now with our engine oil so that we can change the oil as well. Way to drain everything. The long tube headers all the way till the downpipes have been put on. This car's going to sound so rowdy. It was sounding so good already with just the thinner titanium exhaust, but now with this full kit, I think it's gonna be loud. So hopefully it's livable. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna get an exhaust for this because I can't handle it too noisy. Alright, 3 p.m. next very day, and we're about to drop in the supercharger. The Wistek kit is fairly complete. The only things we wish that they sent were also the special tools, diba?
Yes, ma'am.
If they sent the special tools, it would have been a complete bolt-on kit. So they got delayed because Clinton had to make his own special tools. Workout, it's time. Supercharger's coming on. Fuel pressure sensor was hitting. Take 2 for our supercharger drop-in. Fuel pressure sensor had to be removed, but we'll make some space. The injectors are going inward, trying to connect the fuel line. We're documenting tightening the fuel fitting. I tightened the car side, which was a stainless braided hose, which doesn't come off even under high pressure. And then tightening the one that bridges to the other side. Mark is tucking in the wiring harness for the fuel injectors. Hello, hello. Commercial break. Cold start, AMG GT3 SLS, and it's got the straight pipe from Tenier along with the down pipes from Wistek with the Wistek Supercharger. We're gonna fire this up. How noisy. Game. That is so sexy. This is so noisy. Holy shit. Oh, it's quieted down. So, on a video call now with DTM Autobody.
Yeah.
I'm vlogging the vlog. Damon's there. Good morning. All right, so trying to finish the vlog in this car so that we can get it off the paint. So my key bat is still dead, which means the key has to go here and the little cubby hole in the back. There you go. Ignition on. So we have all the codes currently. Red, 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 red. Damn. We're gonna clear it all out. The battery's been disconnected, the voltage has been low too. Hey, green, 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 come on. Give me green, give me green. So that code looks like it's stuck. Maiden voyage so that we can get some data. Yeah, the check engine's still on though. Let's check the voltage. Wow. 12.2. That is low ass voltage. I might need to change the alternator also. Let's go back to the shop and check the voltage. This car is way too noisy. It's only 2,000 RPM. 3,000 RPM. We have to quiet that down. That's impossible. I think people will hate me officially. We're gonna get cancelled for that noise. That's absurdity. Alright, I think I've done data logging. I still do have low voltage, but I'm hoping that it's enough to get a secondary tune. So this is the data log that we're using, and we're gonna email this to Wistek. I need to solve this error, the rear spoiler inoperative. So I need to figure that out to see how to eliminate that from the cluster. But time to get some audible clips because this thing is sick. Although I will not keep this straight pipe. It's too much. First gear. And we're not even boosting just yet. Listen to the downshifts. Testing the brakes. Damn. So there's that little jerk that I need to figure out. Leave it on automatic, is it Sport Plus? Back wall sound. parked here under some shade just to admire the work that has been done to this car. It's been such a long process, and believe it or not, super difficult. It's been so long because we had to mold the kit from the race car and then transform it to a road car version and then add our touches so that Benz doesn't say like, hey, you just copied our kit. So we made it our own. Hopefully they appreciate the work that we've done. It looks so good from every angle. Now the kit has a few fitment issues which we're going to fix after we paint it, but I'm going to end this video already because this video is so long already, and we're going to do the grand reveal when everything is done. And I think I'm going to leave everything in exposed carbon because it looks so good, just to show off the work also of the car. Now I do need some front wheel spacers. I think the offset just little in, and then we're going to fix up the interior, put some Apple CarPlay, and then maybe later on do the interior color. I'm not quite sure yet. I do want to add more carbon, like a carbon trunk, and then maybe the carbon side sills inside the interior. But for now, we're going to leave the car with classic speed, send the tune down to Y-Stack, and then try to solve the alternator issue also. Now, when you're running a supercharger, the alternator pulley should have a little key which blocks the pulley from spinning at high speed, and we weren't even heavily boosting the car, and it sounds so good. Now, the exhaust, sadly, as great as it sounds, I'm going to have to dumb it down because I can't. I don't drive like that anymore. In the city, it's going to be too obnoxious, and I don't want to piss people off with this car because it looks so classy, yet it sounds so mean. Anyway, thank you to the people who have been involved with this build. Carporn Racing for doing the body kit. The full carbon kit is amazing. And then we have work wheels for our wheels. I have the Tenier exhaust from Keith. I have Y-Stack Supercharger in case you guys are interested with that. And then we have the Michelin tires from Team RideMax, and then the Brazos air shocks from My Car Shop, and the Fitment air management system. Totally forgot to mention Darwin Pro aerodynamics for the hood, the carbon hood, and then the carbon radiator cover. I gotta get some new shocks for the doors because this door is lazy. And then we're gonna change the exhaust tips. We're gonna actually think about making classier exhaust tips, maybe some semi-oval. Not quite sure what to do just yet with that, but we have some time. Everything about the car looks sweet, even the rear, how it came out. I do love it. Hoping it's not too low that the boys from DDE are gonna scrape it everywhere because this car is long and low and it is badass. And if you guys are still here at the end of this video, thank you so much for following this journey with the SLS AMG GT3 road car. And then the next video that we're going to release with this car is everything is buttoned up and hopefully ripping down Manila streets. Thank you again. I'll see you guys soon.